Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel, starting off with the 144,000, which would be the ruling governing body in the kingdom of heaven, which would be all men, the 144,000. Also, to a lot of the 1/3 here in America, which would be men, women, and children that will be saved. 2/3 of our people will be destroyed here in Babylon the Great. You have the rebels that are scattered abroad in different countries. They'll be destroyed. And you have some elect that are scattered abroad that will be saved, of who the world willingly and ignorantly calls so-called black, Hispanic, Native American, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Jamaican, Haitian, or most of the Panamanians, Cubans. Right? We are the Israelites, contrary to what people want to believe. I'm your brother, your remnant, coming back at y'all with another lesson. I saw this video that, this Jake, I don't think he's on the truth, but, I just see another one of these Economist magazine covers. Right now, I did a lesson, I believe, on this a couple weeks ago. They had another one out. I tried to look this one up, but I didn't see it, so I don't know where, this Jake found this one, but, the end is, I just wanted to, I just thought about it, man, Let me get this. It's 2nd Esdras 9, verse 1. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest parts of the signs pass, which I have told you before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right? Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and upwards of the people in the world, then should thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days they were before thee, even from the beginning. And for like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. You see? So, the end is manifest, man. And everybody can, see it. They may not understand it. But, the average Jake, the average person is making videos like this, all on TikTok, and then a lot of people, these people don't really care. They don't really believe we're like that, but they know something is coming. They can feel it, but it's evident, man. The end is manifest, man, Like on this Economist cover, as y'all can see, it has an eye. It looks like the eye has like, it almost looks like, how a keyboard or a motherboard looks on the inside of a computer or something. That's how it looks. So it looks like it's connected to, technology, right? And my video that I did a couple of days ago, they gonna start ramping up, the production for that rice, man. That bean, Revelations 13 and 16. He calls it all. We in that time, man, to where these things are happening. And pretty soon, you're going to have to make a choice, man. You're going to have to make a choice. Right? You also have, you have like this little mushroom cloud. Right? Which, that's biblical, man. That's going to happen. Right? Let me go to Isaiah 9 real quick. Isaiah 9. In verse 5, it says, For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, right? And garments rolled in blood, right? Swords clinging, men screaming, men falling, different things happening. When you doing hand-to-hand combat, fighting against each other, right? That's normal war. It says, but this shall be burnt with be burning and fuel of fire. It's talking about World War III, man. So these things are happening, man. We're in the age of this man's destruction. Right? So we not surprised of these things, man. What else they got on here? Yeah, it says it's like a little DNA strand. Got this little robot hand. Right? You see this little economy thing, you know, the little stock market, you know, declining. You know, and the screen looks dark, so it makes me think of like a blackout or something. You know, that's what it makes me think of. You know, who knows if that's gonna happen or not? Hey, you know, I believe in the spirit. It can happen. It may happen. You know, but we're gonna see what the Lord has in store. You know, that's all you got to understand. What times we in, Jake? You know, we in deadly serious times, but we're not surprised, right? We're not surprised. Us in this truth, we're not gonna be caught off guard like the rest of the world. You know. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. It says, but at the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall cometh as a thief in the night, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon that moment child, and they shall not escape. You see? While people were celebrating, you know, these so-called folly days, Sinmas, and New Year's, you know, Esau was working. Things was happening. Right? And people still planning on, you know, doing this and doing that, going on vacation and, you know, prepping for months and, you know, years in advance. You know, this devil moving on with his plans. You know, and he's telling you that, oh, it's going to be all fine. We're bringing America back. This is the year that, you know, America's so-called birthday is coming up. You know, like 250 years that it has been in power. And that's usually when a kingdom reaches its peak and it fades away. So all the signs of this place falling is here, man. Right? Esau's even showing you on the left-hand side, coming out with these magazines. He's showing you what he wants to do. Right? He's letting you know. Right? Let me go to Job 14 real quick. In verse 5 it says, seeing his days are determined, and number his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. You see, so there's a set time, date, you know, minute, hour, second, right, month, year of when this devil is going to go down and when all hell's going to break loose, man. You know, all these things are at the door, man. But Jake still don't get it. Right? You got to repent and turn to YASHAMIAHLA, Jake. You know, that's what you got to do, man. This year is when the MOTB could be, you know, made Mando. You know, it could happen that quickly. You know, the first of the year they started saying that. I did a video on it. You know, on the end time headlines, you can go to the article. They said they're gonna start ramping it up and it's gonna go mainstream. You know. So, but we gonna see, man. You know, the Lord is speeding up the time for the elect's sake. You know, the Lord is speeding up the time. Right. And you see all this technology that has something to do with humans. You know, this day the devil is ruling, man. You know, we're under the serpent's rule. Let me see if I can get this. Let me see. Let me see if I can get this in you know, this man about to be destroyed, man. Let me get this in Revelations 19 in verse let me see. I'll start at verse 19. It says, and I saw the beast, which is talking about this system in Esau, right? You know, this modern day Roman Empire, and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the throne, that sat on the horse, right? Which is Yahushua. Talking about he's not literally on the horse, but in a chariot against his army. And the beast was taken, and with the false prophet, which is the Catholic Church, there was wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them which had received the mark of the beast, was talking about that grain of rice, Revelations 13 and 16. And them that which had worshipped his image And these both were cast into the lake of fire, burning with brimstone. You see, that's what's coming, man. You know, after that MOTB is made mandatory, that's what's gonna come, man. You know, and it's gonna come by this bomb explode. All these things are here, man. You know, this devil, he's fulfilling his plans, right? You know, but he's gonna. That's when the Lord's gonna show up, man. Let me go to Job 20 and 22. The book of Job. I love the book of Job, man. Job 20 and 22 says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he should be in straits, meaning a position of difficulty. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. You see? And when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Right? He shall flee from the iron weapon, talking about ICBMs, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. You see? So that's what's going to happen to this place, man. All the signs are here, man. You know, we this close to this man fulfilling his belly, him doing what he wants to do. You know, because the Lord's allowing him to do it until he be taken out of the way. You know, so this ain't a surprise that they came out with another magazine. I couldn't find this. I don't know how this Jake found it, but you know, I couldn't find it when I looked it up on Google search engine and all that. You know, but you know. Everybody's, you know, starting to find out about this, and they going into it, you know. That's how you know this truth is it's on the, it's time sensitive, man. This devil about to do stuff, and he ain't gonna allow us to be on this internet that much longer, man. You know, he about to merge man with machine, man. You know, so get this truth while you can, man. It's here, man, and this devil making moves. You know, so I just want to do a video on this, man. Get this truth while you can. Seek ye Lord while he may be found. I'm going to close out. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Yahweh Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Till next time, I want to say, Baba Shalom.